to the Galapagos. Like, you can't miss it, you have to go type of a thing. And I didn't get more details, but it was like, you have to go. Unfortunately, we're talking snow. We're still in a snowy scene here as we are going to get another system bringing it to the northern tier for us. And this is it. This is our weather maker as we head over the next week. This is all going to be progressing eastbound. Ahead of it, you'll get a chance to warm up, but then behind it, you're going to get in some of that cooler air again. It says limited, but it's still cold enough to get snow. So yeah, we might not be 30 below, but it's still cold enough in order to produce snow. And it looks like Duluth, we will certainly get our snowiest winter on record. Both models bringing some snow there into Duluth. Minneapolis, we're still about 8 inches behind that record, but you know, you can slowly chip away at it. We're not finished until we're finished, but it's rain where you have those warmer temperatures for the most part. And we are going to see that warmer air in place tonight into the Great Lakes and the Plains. It moves east as we head into tomorrow. And then as we head into our Thursday and our Friday, that's when things are going to shift a little bit. But Wednesday night, the rain starts to expand. It gets even more expansive as we head into our Thursday. Anywhere from Wisconsin all the way down into eastern Kansas on Thursday. And by the way, down towards Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, that's where we actually have a chance for some bigger thunderstorms to develop. Thursday night, it all moves east, and you can see that snow on the backside. We are going to see it coming on down. And the flooding is also a possibility for us as we head into our Thursday and really kind of our Friday morning. Des Moines, one of those areas we will see Wednesday night into Thursday, messy weather. We're above average at 74. Then we feel the influence of our system coming in, and we cool off behind it at 58. So we'll go from above average to below average with our temperatures here into Des Moines. How about we have a closer look at Chicago, where we're well below average on snowfall. No snow in our forecast, but hey, Friday, Jordan, for a little happy hour there outside of Chicago, it's looking phenomenal.
Let's do it.
That sounds fun. Covered in mud. That's because preschoolers are required to play outdoors for at least 2 hours a day as part of the national curriculum.
And that means kids are learning a lot of outdoor skills, but it's also an opportunity for them to see firsthand how their planet is changing.
I think it should be a requirement. No matter what story we do, we just have video of kids playing.
That was really
It was just fun to watch them rolling around.
And it shouldn't stop as a kid. As adults, we should just go outside and roll around and figure these things out, you know?
We get so stressed with the day-to-day stuff, but the reality is just go out and play.
I remember if there was a bad kid, I always felt like recess would get canceled. You remember, like when we were kids? Yeah, like if someone was bad, they tried to threaten you with it.
I always remember they would have to just sit.
Oh, they'd sit on the side when everyone would play? When they probably needed recess the most, you know?
My kids now, they'll get, like, if we have to take them to a doctor's appointment during the week, they're like, but today's recess day, or like PE. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
For more stories like these, people are hoping to save some money on their electric bill. We've had the air on in a lot of places across the country.
And the heat, especially if you're seeing snow. You're kind of going back and forth between AC, heat. It just depends on what season.
Welcome back into Pattern. Earlier in the hour, we highlighted New York as one of the greenest states in the country. And they're making that mark by doing things like building more EV chargers and limiting energy consumption.
Yeah, but the Empire State has a long way to go before it hits its goals. Jeff St. John is the director of News and Special Projects at Canary Media. He recently wrote an article about this issue, so thank you so much for being with us. And I guess we'll just start off with what New York's goals are to transition away from fossil fuels, and then we'll look at how are they going in terms of being on track or off track.
Well, thanks for having me.
The infrastructure to change everything, right? Which we've talked about in so many different ways. You mentioned gas. Now, your article also makes mention of the state's investment in renewable natural gas. What is RNG?
RNG
it is complicated. What about thermal energy networks? Is that a viable solution for the problems that you've outlined? Or how about the American Falls?
They're trying to...
It is a process, but I mean, it'd be cool if we could figure out functionality, how everyone can do that. We really appreciate you kind of breaking all these down. I know it's a bit complicated, but we really appreciate your time. That's Jeff St. John, Director of News and Special Projects at Canary Media. Again, thank you so much. You guys can read Jeff's article at canarymedia.com.
We're going to be right back.
Welcome back to Pattern. Melting ice sheets have exposed land in Greenland, believed it to be filled with large pockets of untouched gold.
Yes.
Can I have some?
In tonight's episode of Frozen Gold, the team scours the surface for what might be buried deep.
Just
finding that tiny little piece of gold, I would have been like, woohoo! I can retire, but I don't think you can anymore.
All right, we've got some climate headlines from around the world to get you caught up on. A German town update with weather. Let's get an update on weather with Molly. Hey, Molly.
Hey there, Jordan. Yeah, let's talk temperatures.
Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Pattern after a stretch of dangerous storms last month.
Baseball.
And I love you can hear it when it hits that sweet spot. There's like that certain sound.
I can't do it.
That's pretty good.
No.
There you go. Same thing in tennis. When you hit it right in that sweet spot, you know it's just going to crank. Yeah. See you tomorrow, everybody. For our year anniversary, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We're one.